much more concerning the stock market. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, August 2nd, 2024. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. First up, I'm sure most of you have seen that there was a boxing match at the Olympics, and a biological male was fighting a biological female, and she gave up 46 seconds into the fight because the biological male, who claims to be trans, just pummeled her. Now, I know that this seems unjust, which it is, but I think this had to be highlighted to show the discrepancy of what's going on when biological males compete against women. And what better place to do it than at the Olympics? I mean, it's a worldwide showing. So, as unjust as it is, I think it's exposing a lot. Texas attorney Ken Paxton yesterday won a big $1.4 billion settlement from Facebook parent Meta over facial capture charges. And I think we're going to be seeing much more of this as we move forward through this election season. Disney cuts 140 jobs from their television division. What's that old saying? Go woke, go you know what? And it's happening there. There's a lot going on in the Middle East, which we're all aware of. Now, the U.S. Navy has established a force so far of at least 12 surface ships in the Middle East to defend the region against a response to an Iranian attack. Now, is some of this theater? Is some of this really going to kick off? Well, your guess is as good as mine, but there's certainly enough firepower there now. Ohio is purging hundreds of non-citizens from their state voter rolls amid the 2024 election audit. Now, I know for a fact that here in California, there are two agencies, one of which I've been involved with in the past, and the other being Judicial Watch, that have sued the state of California and have successfully removed millions of voters that should not have been on the rolls from the rolls. So more moves in the right direction for election integrity, and it's looking better for November of this year, if we have an election. There was a large solar flare, or multiple solar flares, over the last couple of days. Radio blackouts were reported across the world after what they're calling a tsunami of solar storms impacted the Earth's surface. The sun released at least 15 streams of plasma or coronal mass ejections in the last 24 hours, and it caused communication disturbances over parts of Africa and Asia when it hit Earth. NOAA trackers show the disturbances are moving toward the US, and also noted that radio blackouts are likely to continue until at least August 4th, which would likely impact radios, aviation, and marine communications, including satellite operations. Now, I find that very interesting that that's taking place now. And then next to our next story, which we discussed a little bit yesterday about the stock market, well, it's getting more serious. Last night, after the market closed, Intel announced that they're going to cut 15% of its workforce. They're going to suspend their dividends starting in the fourth quarter. And of course, their stocks sank lower in aftermarket trading. And then that followed up today, this morning, with European stocks followed Asian markets lower. A sell-off, analysts said, was triggered by fear of potential U.S. downturn. Japan's benchmark index, in particular, fell 5.8%, its second biggest day single decline since 1987's Black Monday crash. So, is the switch happening? It sure looks that way to me. And I looked at the markets this morning, and I think the Dow's down over 500 points and the NASDAQ down over 400 points. Now, I don't say these things to fearmonger. I say these things for us to realize that some of this has to happen. There has to be a breakdown in order for people to wake up and see what's going on and what has been going on for decades. So again, keep the faith, take one day at a time, one step at a time, because I personally am confident that we're moving in the right direction. So that's all we have for today. If you'd like to support this channel, go to samshoutloop.com. There's multiple ways to do it. Or go to mypillow.com and enter in the discount code SAM. So in the meantime, I hope that you have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.